What's up, everybody? As always, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to contractfortune.com so that you can be aware of any events that we have upcoming, as well as educational opportunities that are going to be available to you. With that said, the president declared a national emergency. Now, you know, at that point, they'll probably give FEMA full control. When FEMA has full control, if they wanted to issue, and I'm not saying this is what would happen, but if they wanted to issue a statewide quarantine for all 48 states, they could. It'll be things like if you're out in the street after certain hours, you'll probably get a citation or things like that. Now, I don't see them pulling back all of the military to come babysit home. I think that they'll probably use the state and local law enforcement to implement some of these policies. There'll also be a lot of opportunities for private security firms to bid on solicitations. And that's where it might get a little bit out of control because you never know what could happen with a private security firm. But for what this is, number one, I don't want to spread misinformation, but I don't want to sugarcoat it either. It's going to be highly structured. It's going to be something that Americans probably have never seen before. You guys saw the NBA get shut down a couple of days ago, and you saw every other sporting, sports team or, thing get shut down as well. So those are the type of things that happen. It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be shocking. It's going to be something that, citizens have probably never seen before. A lot of it, and I'm going to assume the best. And I'm comfortable with the fact that I get to participate in some of this in terms of being a contractor. There's already solicitations coming across some of the prime contractor websites, Unison Global, betasam.gov. There'll probably be more. And I'm going to do my best to give as much information as I'm allowed to give. I'm going to do my best to bid on as many solicitations as possible. This part is for my contractors. There's so many solicitations available, and there's going to be so much money that is going to be flying out left and right. This is something that I don't think we've ever really had to deal with before. I don't know. I've never been a part of a pandemic, but they're talking about creating a facility. And this is, again, somebody said something to somebody else, a facility where they take those that are sick and centralize it. But I can't really see that being what happens. I think you would have to, if all 48 states are affected by the virus, then you would have to create a location in each state. That's what I would think that would happen. But to take it one step further, if the state has cases all over the place, then you would probably have to designate one hospital in each county as the designated coronavirus treatment center or whatever. So I feel like some of that is about to come into play. I posted facts as well that I got from the World Health Organization. They are a few days old, so the numbers have changed. But number one, the COVID-19 virus it mimics the flu. People have made it out to be, like SARS. I feel like SARS was a lot more aggressive than the coronavirus. SARS was sudden acute respiratory syndrome. And when it hit relatively quickly. The onset was quick and your lungs closed up and you couldn't breathe. The reason why this one is so, I guess, tricky is because it has such a long gestational period. I kind of feel like, at some point we'll all have interactions with it, but that's not to be feared. Those that have compromised immune systems, I'm quite sure it's going to be dangerous for them. I think that's why FEMA will, organize, put a protocol in place to protect those that are the most vulnerable. Now, with that said, I won't lie. I was a little bit more comfortable with the previous administration than I am with this administration having that type of power. But the money that's been allocated and the folks that are involved, I'm assuming that a lot of the procurement officers that I've worked with will probably be, involved in some of these solicitations. If not, new personnel, no worries. And the solicitations that will go out, depending on the contractor, you're going to have to make sure, number one, as contractors, you better make sure that you are on your job. Like I was saying in the other video, it's going to be a lot more stringent. They're going to be a lot more intense. If you don't do the job, they will cancel you for cause. So if you're going to participate in this thing as a contractor, you need to make sure that you are on your A game. But you will probably be able to walk away with a very, very nice payday. So, I didn't want to make this too long. I just saw that the national emergency had been declared. And like I said, FEMA is probably going to get involved. I saw FEMA take over in Puerto Rico, and they had like hours of service, like service hours, where during the daytime you could be out and about, get some air in your lungs or whatever. But at night you had to be at home. I feel like they'll probably close up all of the normal social behavior places. You know what I mean? Like restaurants and nightclubs and hotels are probably whatever. But like the grocery stores and drugstores, I'm interested to see how those places are accommodated and how the folks who need those resources are accommodated. So I highly recommend, if you are a contractor right now, start scouring those websites, because it's solicitations that are going to pop up left and right. And some of them are going to be quick bids. Some of them are going to be longer bids. Those who have experience, those who have been in the game for a little bit, will know how to play the game. Those that are new, my recommendation and suggestion is don't bid on anything that you do not feel comfortable executing. Because if you bid on a solicitation and you get it and you win it and you're awarded, you are going to be expected to execute that solicitation. And if you fumble the ball, they will probably cancel you for cause. I can't see them not canceling you for cause because of the anger level that will probably be aimed at you as a contractor. So I wish all my contracting friends well. I'll probably get to see some folks out there that I know. And just be safe and bid accordingly. Don't look at the dollar sign. Don't just follow the dollar sign. Make sure that you are able to handle whatever you are bidding on. I can't stress that enough. Just make sure you have the resources and manpower to handle whatever you're bidding on. And I'm going to hold myself to a higher standard than normal, just to make sure that I am able to execute whatever I might be awarded and bid on. So, I wish everybody well. This is going to be something new, something interesting, something unique. The opportunity is going to be incredible. And just be safe out there.